Hello everyone, this is Leo from the Monkeys Making Misplaced channel. Happy April Fool's Day. For a little fun video for today, we're just going to be looking at some of our hate comments that we've got pretty much all from the same guy. But I thought you guys would enjoy seeing some of the things that we have to deal with, maybe getting a peek behind the curtain. These will be just a couple ones that we've seen. Usually the guy that comments, he's not the brightest crayon in the box, right? He's not the brightest bulb. He's dedicated, but he's not talented. That's the unfortunate drawback. But we'll start off with the comment for the Pure Light deck profile that we did about a month ago. This is a Pure Light list that I actually really like. I really took time to build, and it's actually really good in my opinion. But he says, delete this blank channel, you dumb blank failure that can't even build decks for blank, and should be never playing the game because how blank you are at building decks. So terrible, you dumb blank failure. Pure Light is meant to be played at 4. Also trigger lineup is meant to be 4 draws, 7 crits, 4 heals, 1 OT. Why do you even bother uploading garbage when you can't build decks for blank? You blank failure that shouldn't never be playing the game. So funny thing about this one in specific is that he says that I should be playing 4 Pure Lights, and if you were to go back and watch that deck profile, I'm playing 4 Pure Lights. I don't know what he means by this. I mean, I'm playing the 4. I definitely played the 4. I mean, it's necessary to play the 4, I think, to be able to do it as often as you can and as consistently as you can. But you know, this is what I meant, where he's dedicated, but he's not all there up in the thinker box. And then the next one we have is for the Michu deck profile, the second one. He did comment on the first one, but it was kind of long ago, and YouTube will automatically filter the comments after 60 days, so they'll just get rid of them, and we don't really save them because they automatically get put into the essentially blocked folder, because he, as you saw how many times I went bleep or, you know, made a pause. He does like to use words that YouTube doesn't consider friendly. But then we have let's go into some of them. He commented 4 of them here, but some of them are just nothing but insults. So we're gonna look at the ones with actual deck building advice. So we've got, still you are the only blank that plays all set at 2 when that is meant to be at 1. Also, where is Opyrius and Ronova for extra shield value in the deck? Why do you bother uploading garbage when you don't have any brain cells on how a deck is meant to be built? You blank trash. So funny thing here is, I do remember his original comment from when I played Michu the first time, and that time he commented how I'm only playing 1 all set up when I should be playing the full set, and then I only moved it up from 1 to 2 because I was like, you know what, maybe he's onto something, maybe I should play 2. And now look at him, he's getting upset at me for playing the second one. You know, you just can't win with these people. But then we go on to Fennel, Armenia, and Lutetia. And even the match between Lutetia and Armenia, this guy actually, first time he doesn't just comment on a deck profile, because that's pretty much the only thing he'll comment on, deck profiles. It's almost exclusively what he does. But for all 4 of these videos, we got the same comment, which kind of made us feel bad. We were like, wow, he's not even trying anymore. How sad is that? But the comment reads, delete this blank channel, you dumb blank failure. There's way too blank at building decks. Shouldn't be replaying the game or even uploading trash. Every deck you have shown are all terrible. You dumb blank failure. Why do you even bother uploading when you don't even have any knowledge on how decks are meant to be built? You dumb blank. Just quit playing the game because how blank you are at deck building. You blank failure. You know, really hurtful words. You know, it really gets me down there in the core zone. It hurts me. Every time I read these, I'm like, wow, he's not even trying. That's the hurtful part, right? If he's gonna hate on all of the videos, at least give us something fresh, right? And then he did comment on Favrenil and Graham Grace, which was the first time he's commented on a non-waifu deck, which was always funny to us. So we would post some videos and be like, wow, he didn't even comment on this one. He didn't even say anything. It was almost a pattern that he would only comment on waifu decks. So, you know, all the lyrical decks, you know, Thagrea, Tamayura, Ava, he would comment on all of those, but not on like, you know, your Soul Rayrons, your Bruce, your Chrono Jets, like. So we were like, oh, so he's just like a simp for like waifu decks. And then we go into our latest videos, which are the Prism and the Celestial deck profile. So for the Prism one, he did provide us with some actual advice. I'm wrong. So I thought he commented for the Prism one, but he essentially copy pasted the hate comments again. Oh wait, my bad. I'm wrong. I allowed one of his comments to be public because I was like, you know, I want other people to comment. Maybe I'm just wrong, but here it is. So it reads, "Hey, dumb blank. This is the blank deck build of meta I have ever seen. You blank failure that should be never playing the game to begin with. The right deck is meant to be the Prism one for more consistency." That's because I was playing the Willissa right line. I wasn't playing just the Prism one. Strega is meant to be Valshablon, which is the cycler instead of the order girl. But I specifically said that I was playing like an order version of the deck, not just like a regular one. Aura is meant to be played at 3 and wears a Regalis piece, as well as it meant to be Blue OT. This is the most garbage build of a meta deck I have ever seen. You blank trash that shouldn't be playing the game in the first place, and wears the grade 1 that gives 5k to Prism Rear when placed in the same column. Just quit playing the game because how consistently garbage every deck you've shown, you failure. So funny thing is, there is sometimes where we're like, oh well, let's look up a list and see how far off are we, because we try to not look at lists unless it's decks that, you know, we have, you know, no essentially backlog. If it's an older deck. So Cat had to look up Celestial to really like get a grasp on what the common build was for Celestial, and that, I think that was similar for me when I built the Armenia deck, because again, the Armenia isn't a, you know, it just came out deck completely new, so I had to look up. So sometimes we look up the list and we're not even that far off from like the actual just like regular list or the most common list. But for some reason he's like, oh, our entire list is bad. And then I decided to look up a Prism list after I built mine, and yep, he essentially just copy pasted the list from Outer Orange, which is one of the other YouTubers who I saw who had a Prism deck essentially already available, one of the bigger channels that had one already available. And he pretty much just copy pasted her list and was like, this is the list that you should be playing instead. I don't know, I liked my Prism list. I can't really be like, oh well, I should be playing it that way, because I was trying to build something different. I was trying to build an order version of Prism instead of just like the regular, you know, run-of-the-mill one. I was trying to kind of focus more on playing a lot of advantage orders to get, you know, stuff in the deck, do a lot more thinning. But, you know, maybe I'm just wrong, and that's just not what our boy here wanted to see. But we've got one more comment before I let you guys go, and that's on the Celestial deck, which is funny because this is short and sweet, but it just it confused me and it confused Cat, and it reads, "Hey dumb blank, delete this blank channel, you blank failure that doesn't even play Yuika to grab back the Persona right from Soul. Why do you bother uploading when you can't build decks for blank?" So if you guys know what he's talking about, because he says we play Yuika to grab back the Persona right from Soul, but how do you do that? How do you get the Persona right back from Soul with Yuika? Because we do play the grade 2. I think I references it in the gameplay, which will be going up probably after this video, since I missed uploading and editing it on time. But there is a grade 2 that it's at the end of the battle, it attacks while boosted. It'll just go in a Soul and get you a card back to hand, well, if you can get a bounce or rear guard or get a card from soul to hand, and then if you get a card from soul, she will move herself into soul, right? And that's how we figured out to keep the persona rights going, because you can just loop your persona rights pretty easily. But maybe we're missing something. Obviously, we're not super versed in Celestial. You know, we did do our research. Cap played quite a bit of it, and you know, we looked up lists and stuff. But honestly, we don't have no clue what he's referencing here. If any of you have any idea what he's referencing, you know, please let me know, because I have no idea what he's talking about, honestly. But you know, with that, we're done here. This is just gonna be a quick little video, just making some jokes out of these comments that we've gotten. Hopefully you laughed at some of this. Don't think that these are the only comments. I definitely skipped a lot of them. Some videos get like 4 or 5 comments, but they're all pretty much the same, like, oh, we're bad at building decks and we shouldn't be playing, and you know, we shouldn't upload, and yada 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 yada. But yeah, I skipped a lot of them just because I didn't want to just keep going on. But pretty much that comment I said for Armenia, Fennel, and Lutetia, pretty much that comment gets copy pasted every time, which is kind of hurtful, because like, come on, give us something, right? Like, give us some constructive criticism on the deck profile, but please make it make sense, because that Yuika one, I don't know what he's referencing. If you do, please let me know, because I still don't know. I'm still confused. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.